Alright, what's up YouTube? Asian Station back at it again. We got a familiar face here, back from the regionals. So, what did you play this time, and what did you end up doing?
So, I played my own creation. I played Pranked, Eldritch, Magicians, DPE, Adventure 60, or as I like to call it, PEMDAS. Like the math equation, yes, I know.
Alright, let's go ahead and see what weird stuff you were up to this time.
Alright, so I'm going to start the main deck. So for the Pranked aspect, I played 3 Lampsies, 3 Fansies, 3 Dropsies, 1 Roxy's. So Roxy's is obviously the worst one because it is more prone to draw and Lancia. So I just opted to play 1 because you still need the extra name. The 2 bricks, as I call them, the Pranks and Pandemonium. You never want to draw these cards. You never want to see these cards in your hand ever, unless you're in a really weird position where you're against a DPE and you have 2 Prankids in this. That's really it. 4 Field Spell, because we always want to see a Prankid name turn 1. Terraforming does make you a little bit more prone to Droll, but no one was really maining Droll. So usually games 2 and 3 are outside this island. So that's it for the Pranked engine. For the Eldritch engine, I played a very small Eldritch engine. I only played 8 cards for the engine, so 2 Conch, 2 Sanguine, 1 Aquaro, 2 Eldland, 1 Lord. So, reason for this tiny engine. First of all, have you read Souls? Souls is just busted, and this just makes Souls way more busted. What the Eldritch cards do is they help you play through sight, they help you play through boards. Eldritch gives you Golden Lord, which acts as a double threat because you can Lord pitch a spell and trap to remove something and then bring it back to beat over something. So it gets rid of basically 2 problems. And if you open with like this and like one of these, like this Sanguine is really strong because you get Lord pitch Sanguine in itself, get rid of something, send the land to grave, summon this, send Conquer Aquaro, and then after everything, you can just end phase, set Sanguine another Golden Lane Trap. So it just acts as a really strong grind engine. This engine in the grind game is so nice. For the Brave engine, 3 Enchantress, 1 Fateful, 3 Right, 1 Dragoback, 1 Griffin, and 1 Foolish. Foolish is basically just another Enchantress. Sometime, once in a blue moon, you'll send Lord, and it'll be really funny. Griffin, Dragoback, Negate, Bounce, gotta play them. This card's absurd. I'm not really gonna explain right. There were games, though, where, you know, if they Ogre the Fateful, you can turn this into Link Spider to potentially make an Anaconda, which I did once or twice. Probably even more important than Right, just because it chain blocks all your kids. You only play 1 though. I was playing 2 the week before, but I decided to cut it for more hand traps. And then I summoned this card. I summoned this card a lot off its own effect. That's it for the Brave engine. For the Souls engine, 2 Souls, 2 Illusion, 1 Prep. Prep's the same concept as Terraforming. It's just an extra card, consistency card. You can pitch it off Souls as well. You side it out games 2 and 3 usually. 2 Illusion, 2 Souls. I'm not gonna really explain Souls. I never resolved this card. I never resolved Souls because I was always sending 2. Most of the time just Eldritch cards. And my opponents were like, that's too strong, I gotta stop it. And I'm like, cool, normal summon Prank. Your Ashley's dead. Combo. 2 Illusion. This was 3 Illusion, but I decided to cut it down to 2. And just put the rep in. Just for extra consistency. Also putting back your bricks, your Dragoback is really strong as well. And just having this as follow up. Just an engine. I drew this card off Roxy's like 3 times. It was every time I resolved Roxy's, I drew this card basically. I opened this twice. I saw this card like 4 or 5 times in my opening hand, especially like in the later rounds, like round 9, game 2. I saw this Enchantress Kid with 2 hand traps. And it was just game over. The match was over in like 10 minutes. That's it for like all the engine. Now for the hand traps, it's a lot. So 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Droll. Droll overperformed weights. Like, it was insane. No one expected it game 1, and I feel like that's how I got majority of my wins. because they would actually out my board with droplets or Dark Ruler, and this would be the last card, and they just couldn't play. They couldn't like kill me through Droll. 3 Veiler, 3 Ogre, 2 Imperm. Imperm's the only one that's not at 3, just because it is really bad. It's not the best to draw off pranks, just because you can't use it. You can use all these if you draw them off pranks. That's it for the main deck at 60. Extra deck, the tokens, Rio Tori, DP. This card is absurd as usual. Getting this with Butler this is really so. This Butler with like 2 hand traps, they're not playing through it. Or most of the time they're not playing through it. The 3 Prank Fusions, Rocket Rod, Weather Washer. These cards are irrelevant. This could be anything. It's just you need this just for emergencies, or it's only line of play. And sometimes this card did come up once against my one loss, which was Dino, because he had UCT, so it was making this was irrelevant. I made this card a lot, like every game basically. I could make this card, I made it, and I won. Meow Meow, Doodle Bow Wow. This is basically standard. I didn't play the third Doodle because I valued putting a prank name back in deck with pranks, but I was always racking like 2 of this with a prank name, so that's it for the pranks. And then the only generic links I actually made this entire weekend, these are the only generic links I made. So I was basically making Anaconda every other game. I had access to making DPE with like Souls, extra Enchantress, Brave Token, extra pranks. Link Spider was here for your prank token and nib token, as well as your adventure token if you do get Ogred or Ashdon Fateful to search Griffin. And Link Rebo is here for Magician Souls or the prank token. And then these 4 cards I didn't really make. This card almost came up once, but never really resolved it. And these are all just utility, just in case I need to play through stuff, but none of them actually came up. I would still continue to play all these. That's it for the extra deck. And then the side deck. Basically I watched Raphael Nevin's profile before the event, and I basically copied his side deck because he was playing 6 card Prank Kid. Just no Eldritch like me. So 3 Gamma, 2 Bell. Bell was absurd. Just Bell was absurd. Drawing any hand trap really off pranks is absurd. But when you have 2 to 3 hand traps with your DPE, with your Butler, it's really good. I stopped at boot sector with this. Like, dude was baffled. Gamma, I never resolved this card. There was one time where I could have resolved this, but my opponent didn't have the necessary gas to actually play. So this just stayed in my hand because I did DPE pop itself and one of his cards. So this was just live. It was live the entire time. He just made a pissed and passed. So that tells you. Going first cards. Followed by triple crossout. This is also for the mirror match. It's also for like any deck that plays like Fusion Destiny, Magician Souls, the Brave Engine, the Eldritch Engine even. Like if you play against an Eldritch deck, these are live. And just really good going first cards overall. This is also for Scythe. Triple Twin for backrow decks and pranks. It's way better than Cosmic in my opinion. Just because you have stuff for Scythe anyways. So it's like you don't really worry about the extra Cosmics. And this is better because you also get the pitch cards. Like doing this with pitching Enchantress or pitching Lord is just extra plus. And then the 2 cards that were different from my side deck, from Raphael Nevin's side deck, the 2 flex spots, 1 Storm, 1 Dark Ruler. So my theory behind this is Flunder tends to play blowout cards now, like these. So if you go up against that deck and you side in crossouts, these just put in a lot of work, either going first or second. Just because going first, you can keep these in your deck for crossout. Going second, you just blow them out with these cards if you happen to draw them. I drew each of these once. Lightning Storm got negated by Fiendus, funny enough, like Subterra Fiendus. But I had access to Draco back anyways. Dark Ruler, I shut off a Dragon Link board with this. That's a 1 of. So that's it for the deck.
All right. Any shoutouts you wanted to do?
Shout out to you, Donnie. Shout out to Alejandro for helping me with deck idea. Shout out Dre for helping me test. Shout out Ortiz, Nick Ortiz for also helping me build the side deck. Shout out Javier Soto for getting 11th, almost getting in. Big shout out actually to Nick Jettison, just for the fact that when we played at 3v3, he was playing like he was like hungry for the win, and I played like exactly like that round after I got bodied round 2, and it took me places, like it got me there. And then shout out the entire Tampa State Yu-Gi-Oh community, and that's it.
All right, sounds good. Hope to see you again for more. We're gonna be going
Yes, sir.
to YCF Charlotte, yeah, both of us.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be vlogging that experience, but hope to see you guys then. Other than that, Agent Station signing out.